that I was stubborn. He's laughing here. He's saying, do you understand? He's saying if I held a belief, or I'm not saying it was a grudge, but okay, all right. Because he's kind of saying, even if it was something small, I'd hold on to that. And we didn't talk, do you understand? You understand that? And he's saying, I'm so sorry. I don't know whose ma'am he's speaking about. He's just said ma'am. Someone's ma'am. Hello. So this is your boy then? Because he's just said ma'am. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Do you understand? I'm so sorry. Now, did he know, or is there any link at all to any of you to Cardiff? Did he know Cardiff? Because he's talking to me about seeing somebody in Cardiff. Who was in Cardiff? Was somebody in Cardiff recently? Is there something to do with Cardiff? Who was in Cardiff? Don't all jump at once. Just. Well, there was some link to him to somebody who knew Cardiff. So is there anybody in the family that lived in Cardiff, that worked? Don't worry about it, he's talking to me about Cardiff. Now, he's very sorry because whatever difficulty he created, whatever difficulties that he caused himself not to communicate, he's saying it doesn't matter now. He wants people to forgive him, believe it or not. And I know, I'm sure you have. But it's an important message to give to you, do you understand? Now I can see either he won cups or he's showing me cups. Do you understand that? Was he soccer mad? Because I feel as if he's talking to me about when he used to be, even when he was younger, he was really good at soccer. And you know, there we go, spirit people again. It's the same people. Lovely. Nice to see you again, because I feel as if, do you know, it's interesting because when I said to you about Cardiff, that might be Cardiff Football Club, because I feel as if, oh, how lovely. And the Swans, he's saying it's the Swans really. And he's showing me right, I don't know anything about football, you'll have to bear with me. He's showing me the first division, the UK, in the UK, Liverpool or Manchester or whatever. He must have loved soccer and he must have had memories of playing it when he was a kid in a team. And being a little bit, because he's quite mischievous chap, wasn't he? I don't think he ever did anything without having a laugh or trying to kind of wind people up, as he puts it. Do you understand? All right. Oh, I know. After his passing, somebody tried to find his phone. And I don't know if they found his phone, because he's saying that I wanted people to know that I might have seen them calling me, but I didn't answer. You know, because he's communicating his lack of ability to communicate, and he's sorry about that. All right. Now, if this is his lovely ma'am, can I just speak to you a moment, okay? Because it's lovely to see that people, I'm sure I can see you're surrounded by love, but that you're allowing people you're allowing people in. He's saying it's good that people support you. You can't do it all by yourself. Do you understand? And sadly, we learn through life, often through very sad times, that we need other people. But he loves you, and he's saying, I'm sorry for winding you up always. And I feel as if that there's still Mother's Day cards that he still have, that he might have maybe got a day or two later. Do you understand? Because I feel as if he's laughing about saying, well, you know, I'd forget, and then I say, oh, I must get it, and then give it to you. Do you understand that? Because he's saying, you know, I was often in a rush. Do you know what he's laughing about as well is how much his clothes meant to him. I think he liked his clothes. I think everything had to be, no matter what his life was like, and sometimes his life was a little bit, what's the word to use? He burnt the candle at both ends. Would you understand? And people had said to him for a long time, you can't do this for much more. Do you understand? You can't burn that candle at both ends. But even if that was happening, he liked to look sharp, as he calls it. And he's laughing about the gel in his hair. Because I feel as if he's got memories of, which is lovely. He's got kind of spiky hair. It's kind of like over here, gelled. He's laughing about saying that he's got the gel in his hair still. Do you understand that? That's right. I know that he's got, it's interesting because you may remember where he would wear his collar up a little bit. Do you remember that? It's like as if that he's trying to look well, and you know, and that's nice to say, it's a little bit inappropriate. He said, I could chat to any girl if I could. Then he said, he's just said to me something, forgive me my friends, a little bit inappropriate, shield your ears, but he said, I like the birds. He could be well able to chat to them, to understand them. Can I say there was lots of hearts broken, I think. He finds that a nice memory, chatting to the birds, as he puts it. He had a heart of gold, a heart of gold. But he didn't always do everything the right way, do you understand? And he's saying, thank you for trying to help me. And he's speaking not only to this lady, but to the lady in the lovely orange top, because you spoke to him seriously about getting his act together. And he said, in one ear and out the other. But thank you for trying to help. I've loved my family, I always did. And I can talk now to them, because that's one of the sadnesses of his passing, is that we weren't in communication. He was, I won't say estranged from the family, but he wasn't connecting. He wasn't responding to the love that was there. And that's so difficult when someone we love goes, because he's saying, I know that that's what made it so hard for you all. But he's here now, and he can say sorry, and he can, yeah, that's right. And he's saying, I'm still all right. Is that right? Shouldn't be drinking that. He's just showed me a rum and coke. I don't know who drank rum and coke. Well, he's drinking some coke here. But I think it's just maybe describing that he enjoyed something like that. I don't know. Something like a rum and coke. Anyway, never mind. Now, this lovely lady, the lady that I'm speaking to, his ma'am, he knows that your sleep has not ever been great. Or he talks about sleep patterns. Do you understand that? How is your sleep? Do you sleep well? Good, good. Because I'm glad you do, because he's talking to me about sometimes, I just want to tell you, because I know the world of spirit are with you. He's with you sometimes when you're there, I suppose, just going off to sleep, because he's saying that you often speak to him, Who's Craig? Who's Craig? Who's Craig? It's just said Craig. Okay. He's just said that name, Craig. That's all right, sweetheart. I don't mean to upset you. I apologize. Don't worry now, because that name is said so that you can know that he's there with you all. And with that lovely lady, just as I was talking to you about, you know, being resting in the night, Craig is with you sometimes. Okay? Are you all right? Oh no, it's a bit of a shock, but it's all right. It's done to help you heal. So he's safe and he's well, okay? He's got a small dog as well with him, because he says, I've got my dog. So there's a dog that he must have loved, and he's playing with the dog. So are you all right? I know it's a little bit of a shock, but it's said out of love. All of this is said so that you as a family can heal from that very difficult last part of his life in which that communication was not there. And that's something he's taking responsibility for. And he is so sorry. Okay? All right, Pet. I'm going to have to leave that there now. And you will find now, hopefully, some healing in that. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Lovely to speak to you. And I'm sorry your family has had such a sad loss. But he's able to heal it now, you see. We can heal these things. We can move on a little bit in our grief. All right. Okay. Now, we just want